The Ryan and Ryan Power Hour podcast on SportsTownChicago.com.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to Ryan and Ryan here on SportsTownChicago.com. I'm Ryan Stuprich.
And I'm Ryan Risky.
And yes, now we're moving
Getting to the bad news.
Yeah, we are getting to some bad news.
Frustrating news.
News breaking yesterday about Patrick Kane being investigated by police in New York. So this is a article. Let me just move my microphone so I can see. This is from WGN. I tried to stay local with the articles. I mean, we pretty much know what's going on, but this was written earlier today, so there might be some new news about it. So this is in Hamburg, New York. Chicago Blackhawks Patrick Kane has yet to comment or go out in public since the rape allegation shocked hockey fans less than 24 hours ago. The 26-year-old star returned to the Buffalo area where he grew up just after the Stanley Cup celebration here in Chicago less than 2 months ago. Sources are telling the Buffalo News a young local woman claims Kane took her to his waterfront home in Hamburg and raped her after they met at a nightclub Saturday night.
I mean, it's just so frustrating.
It just sounds bad. I mean, it sounds really bad.
If this happened to, say, a Jonathan Taves, I don't think if Taves being accused of this, I don't think anyone would believe it.
Not a chance.
I don't think anyone would believe it.
Not a chance.
You know, except because it's Kane.
It's Kane.
So
he has the history of being reckless.
I mean, everyone thought that he had grown up. And then the Blackhawks released a statement that really wasn't even a statement. All it said was, "We will not comment further until more details are provided."
Which is a good thing. I mean, obviously, you don't really want anyone to comment on anything until they have all the facts, which we should get soon, hopefully. The article goes on to say, police were seen at Kane's home looking for evidence on Sunday, so that was a while ago. In a brief statement Friday, Hamburg Police Chief Gregory Wickett confirmed the investigation. He says, the town of Hamburg Police Department is investigating an incident that allegedly occurred at a residence of NHL player Patrick Kane last weekend. At this time, we are gathering information and awaiting forensic testing results. We will have no further comment on this investigation at this time. The hockey superstar has been out in Buffalo often, with fans documenting much of it on Twitter. Last weekend, one tweeted, "Patrick Kane bought me a birthday shot last night." Another tweeted, "Kane is bombed at the bar. Told me he was too bombed for a pic. So, of course, I snapped a pic and chatted with him anyway." Jeez. Kane's latest trouble follows recent praise for his maturity in the wake of his 2009 arrest in Buffalo after an altercation with a cab driver. That's when he was, I think there's like that photo of him in a cab car or something. He pleaded guilty in that case, and criminal charges were dropped. The Blackhawks and Kane's agent, they issued statements saying they are still gathering information, so they are offering no further comment. The team issued a brief statement, which was echoed by a spokesman for the NHL. "We are aware of the matter and in the process of gathering information. It would be inappropriate to comment further at this time," which probably a good thing. Kane's agent also released a statement saying, "As the Blackhawks indicated in their statement, we are gathering information and will be reviewing reports. It would not be appropriate to provide further comment at this time." Kane was scheduled to bring the Stanley Cup to Buffalo Saturday as part of the championship celebration. Legal observers say it could take weeks or even months for authorities to investigate and decide on filing a charge, which really puts the Hawks in a bad situation because, I mean, you know, you're going to start practicing with the team in about a month, right? Like, you know, mid to late September, you're starting already. I mean, the season opener, I think, is October 9th or something like that, where they raise the banner and everything, and they'll get their championship rings. And now, by that time, he might not even be charged with anything.
Yeah, it's so frustrating, and you really just have to wonder if the front office is, done. They don't want any more of these incidents with Kane, and they might try to trade him next offseason.
Yeah, that would be tough. I mean, he's a fan favorite. Everyone.
Really
I mean, all the Hawks fans
without him.
Yeah, I mean, all the Hawks fans and hockey fans really like him a lot. if you take away his personal stuff, he's one of the best hockey players in the game, no question. And it's just it's sad to see that one night sort of ruins his life. I mean, I will say this: obviously it's a bad situation, and it's just there's not really anything to comment on about it. I mean, nobody has any news on it really, except they're investigating. But I think shortly we'll see, whether he's charged or not. I don't know. It's a tough situation for him to be in, and it's especially tough for the girl, too, who obviously felt the need to go to authorities for what happened. Obviously they were probably both drunk, which
it wouldn't shock me.
Which
that
is
Patrick
expected.
Kane's going out and getting drunk.
I mean, you're not going back to Patrick Kane's house to talk or watch TV or something. I mean, there was something else planned there, whether it was by Patrick or by both of them consensually. But I mean, this seems like a bad thing that happened, obviously, and Patrick Kane should have never put himself in this situation. And it was not good. I don't know if he has a drinking problem, but he sure is out a lot drinking. So I don't know. I thought he's sort of grown up for this. We haven't heard anything about him doing anything for a couple years since that 2009 incident, really. And then of course right after that they win 3 cups, and now after this 3rd cup, this little story goes out. Hopefully it doesn't turn into something bad. Hopefully this can go away for his sake soon, but I don't know. It could take weeks or months for this investigation.
Yeah, and you kind of hope that's one of those things that just kind of drags on a while, because if the longer it kind of drags on trying to find information, the less likely it looks like something very negative could happen.
Right.
I mean, if it gets done immediately, he's canned.
Yeah, I mean,
they got him.
I mean, it's even hard to speculate if we even think he did it, which he probably did. But I don't know. It's really stupid that he would put himself in this situation.
It's unfortunate.
That he would let. Yeah, I mean, he should have never let this happen. He's 26 years old. I mean, it's time to not do this. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And I mean, and obviously we know Kane's not married, but a lot of the players on the Hawks are married. Sharp and Taves and Host and stuff. All of them are married, and Kane's around the same age as Taves and some of the other younger guys, but you don't ever see them doing stuff like this. I don't know. Maybe it's because Kane is so famous that he feels like he can get away with stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't have the mindset that nothing can beat money.
Right, because obviously it's just not.
I don't
true.
think this is the type of thing where that would actually win.
No, I don't know. Well, even that, I mean, his public perception is going to change too. I mean, all the people with Hawks jerseys, all the people with Kane jerseys. I have a Kane jersey. I mean, all the people with hockey jerseys. I mean, it certainly certainly will change their opinion on him. I think you're going to see a lot more people changing to Taves jerseys, which is already really popular as it is.
Yeah, we've already seen. Yeah, if you go to a Bears game nowadays, you see almost no Cutler jerseys.
Right.
I don't think that. I mean, could you imagine though if you just bought a Kane jersey last year or 2 years ago, and if he's shipped out of town because of this? I mean, he did bring you 3 cups, so that just looks like a bad investment.
Yeah, it really.
I hope they don't ship him out, because I mean it. Really, I mean, all that does is free up 10.5 in the.
Hey, they were
salary,
fine without him when he got injured, right?
Yeah, I mean, all it does is free $10.5 million in the salary cap. Except you kind of don't want that, because Saad's gone, and you don't want to just go and sign some free agent to a mega deal.
No, yeah, you definitely don't want that.
Yeah, it's really, really just you really thought that these things were over with Patrick Kane. You've never heard Jonathan Taves' name in a negative way in the media for something like this.
Nope, not at all. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I mean, I hate saying that, but we just sort of have to wait and see. But it's not good. Not good, especially there was, during the season there was controversy with Patrick Sharp, which a lot of that was blown out of proportion, obviously.
Sports mockery.
Yeah, but, obviously there's always some truth to everything. So, I mean, Sharp was possibly cheating on his wife or whatever the hell they thought was happening, but nothing ever came of that. This is a lot more serious and a lot worse. So,
Yep.
all right, thank you for joining us this afternoon on Ryan and Ryan, the Ryan and Ryan Power Hour on SportsTownChicago.com. We will talk to you next week. I'm Ryan Stuprich.
And I'm Ryan Risky.
We'll see you then. The Ryan and Ryan Power Hour podcast on SportsTownChicago.com.